Hey everybody, James Yeager with Tactical Response. Thanks for watching. We got kind of a new set we're working with here. We'll see how it pans out, but we're enjoying it. So, carnivore diet. I am 30 days in, and I want to talk to you guys about it. You had a lot of questions and comments for the first one, so let's talk about it. I stuck to it 99.99%. I did not have a cheat day. I did not have a cheat meal. I did not eat a candy bar. Nothing during the time. My only the thing that went against was monsters, and I had some. I kept weaning myself off. I usually drink 2 or 3 or 4 a day, and the last 2 weeks I drank less than one a day, like one every other day. Basically started weaning myself off, trying to avoid the caffeine headaches, and but I missed the caffeine. I was drinking instead decaffeinated tea, and the only thing I ate that was off the reservation was I ate at a burger place, and there were some bits of onion. When I took the bun and everything off, there were some bits of onion and stuff on the patty, and I ate those. So I never thought of it being a weird a diet where eating onion would be, kind of cheating. I ate plenty. You don't have to go around hungry. Most of the time when I was hungry, it's just because I just didn't want to eat. Just didn't want to eat. I had very little processed food. This is probably the most natural diet I've ever had. As far as processed foods, I ate a few cans of Vienna sausage, and one time I ate some barbecue bologna from the barbecue shop, just out of boredom. But I didn't do stuff like that. It was rare. Just a couple of exceptions. Most of the time, some people ask, like, my go-to meal was eggs and sausage or eggs and bacon. And luckily I like that, and I ate a ton of it. And so you can also have cheese, so I put cheese in the eggs, and that's what I ate a lot of that month. A lot. People asking about energy and strength. I didn't do any strength training. I didn't do any training at all, physical training this month, because I was trying to isolate the change in diet. And but as far as energy, I've never had an energy issue at all. Never had, and people think it's because of the monsters. No, like I'm telling you, they slow me down. But never any energy issues at all. Even on keto, people say that. I personally never experienced that. Weight loss. I lost 11 pounds. I reported to you 231. This morning, 220. 11 pounds in 30 days. No exercise. On my measurement, I think I said it was 46. So 42 this morning. So I lost 4 inches on my belly in a month with no exercise. A lot of people kept talking about, their words, not mine, explosive diarrhea and things like that. I didn't have any bowel movement issues like that. I did have some, like, change, like, you get, regular, and so they would be like, oh, now it's time to go. But it wasn't like diarrhea or anything like that. So, and everybody has a different kind of thing going on there. So a lot of people want to know that. I didn't want to talk about that. A lot of people wanted to know about that. Comparing it to keto, I never thought that keto would be such a free diet where you can eat anything. And what I mean by that is when you're only confined to meat, and you look over at the people eating their cauliflower or their green beans, and you're like, fuck, those green beans look good. But when you're on keto, you want everything else. So the carnivore diet makes you appreciate the flexibility of keto. Expensive. Depending on what you eat, it can be very expensive. But like I said, my kind of go-to meal was like eggs, and eggs are cheap, so whatever you want to do with that. But like, if you're going to get, like, if you're going to eat every night, you're going to eat fucking filet and ribeyes and shit. Yeah, it could probably get pretty expensive, but But what is your health worth? If you're doing it for your health, I mean, what's that worth? I mean, some people are spending a lot of money on prescriptions. Like, I didn't do this for any kind of inflammation in my joints or psoriasis or anything. There's a lot of people that do this for a lot of different reasons, and even though it's in a more expensive diet, perhaps when you cut out of the bullshit, you save a lot of money. But what do those medications cost that you're not having to take anymore and stuff like that? So, cravings. I'm a sweets guy. Like, you guys have heard me joke about, fucking Oreos and Snickers and shit like that. I'm a sweets guy. I know some people don't care for them, and that's kind of my poison. And I didn't really have any. I mean, we went through Halloween during this thing. I had bowls of candy around my house, and we bought the good shit too. The M&Ms and Snickers, the Three Musketeers, and all that stuff. And I did not waver. I'm not going to say, man, I didn't really want, especially when it's like a bowl of it sitting on my table. I didn't want some. Yeah, of course I did. But the cravings weren't really a thing. I mean, it was a willpower thing, and it didn't take that much. It wasn't that tough to avoid the temptation. It wasn't. And so again, that might be a personal thing. Cognitive change. Like, sometimes people talk about being foggy and stuff like that. Maybe I don't know. I mean, we always like, oh, what's the name of that actor that was in that movie with the thing and the people? I don't know that I did that any more than usual. Maybe, I don't know. Now, the thing that I don't know if it's caused by carnivore. So now that I'm changed back to eating regular, I have had started about a week or 10 days or so into carnivore. My tongue, like the top of my tongue went kind of numb, and so you can hear I have kind of a speech impediment because of it. And people are, again, they're accusing me of being drunk, making videos and stuff. Well, fucking assholes. But yeah, so some kind of tongue numbness, and I started, and at the same time, I knew that there would be a vitamin issue because I was narrowing my intake of foods, and so I started taking a vitamin. But something happened, man. Like, I was taking some Central vitamins for men, and it made me sick to my stomach, so I stopped taking those. Anyway, so tongue numbness. I don't know if it's because of the carnivore or not. I'll have to report back, and we'll talk about it. Did it go away after I stopped doing carnivore? We'll have to see. But if it's caused by the carnivore, that's one of the things, and hopefully it's not permanent, right? And somebody asked me, which I thought was weird, because some people told him he was more aggressive on the carnivore diet, which sounds really odd to me. So you're going to have the same people, less energy, and you're more aggressive? It sounds like probably not. So that's my experience. Boil it down to 4 inches off my belly and down a solid 11 pounds. I mean, call it 10 if you want to, but a solid 11 pounds in 30 days. No exercise. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't bad. Just it makes it a little, like if you're eating out, it does make it more expensive to eat, or you're just going to eat less than you want because, when you go out to a place and you get the meal, it comes with all the stuff. You're not eating all the stuff. You're just eating that piece. It still costs the same for the meal. So there, if you're going to eat out a lot, there is a different downside. Unless you're going to especially high-end steakhouses that everything's a la carte, then it doesn't really matter. But so as I film this, it's the 9th of November. I'm going to get off of it until after Thanksgiving. I'm going on the road, going out to Tucson and Texas to teach the next few weeks. It's tough to do on the road, but that's not why. I'm just like, okay, I did my month. I'm going to see how it goes, see how much weight I gained back on this trip. But I'm going out to Tucson. I can't resist. They got some good tacos and burritos out there. The Sonoran hot dogs, what? They're awesome. But anyway, so go on this trip. We'll come back. I get back the day before Thanksgiving. I got to start cooking, and and then the weekend after Thanksgiving until Christmas, I'll do something else. It'll either be carnivore or keto or something, and I'm going to go and then I'll lift, and so that'll be the next progression of this to see how that works for me. Can I lift? Do I have enough energy, etc., etc. We'll go from there. But anyway, if you have questions, please post them below, and either I'll answer them individually, or if there's enough questions, I'll make another video. But I think I had my alumni kind of ask me a bunch of questions, and that's where this list came from. But if you have something else, let me know. Don't forget to go over to Dr. Ken Berry's YouTube if you want to know more about carnivore. My friend Dr. Berry is kind of the go-to guy on the carnivore diet, so you'd be hard pressed to find better information than from good old Doc Berry. So this is James Jerry with Tactical Response, reminding you that your responsibility to be ready for the fight never ends.